Hey guys, what's up? DG the Man here, back here with another video, and today I'm going to be doing part 2 to my top 20 anime countdown. And so, today I'm going to go ahead and start with an honorable mention, because I said I was going to do them, and I didn't do any in my last video. So without further ado, my first honorable mention, Outlaw Star. Well, to tell you the truth, I don't know too much about Outlaw Star. The only thing I can really tell you about Outlaw Star is that it's about this outlaw who takes a ship to find this thing called the Galactic Ley Line, and that's the only thing I know. I feel bad for not knowing much more about it, but I'm sorry, but it's just not a show I really watched, and I just know it deserved to be at least an honorable mention on my list. So yeah. Well, now that we got our first honorable mention out the way, let's go ahead and get back to the numbers on our list, which is number 17, which is Cyborg 009. Well, the reason why I like Cyborg 009 is because it's so cool. It's about cyborgs, man. Cyborgs. But let me go ahead and get down to the story for you if you don't know what the story is. It's about this evil organization called the Black Ghost Organization. And what they do, and what they're trying to do is, I can't remember if they're trying to take over the world or if they're just trying to start the next world war. And so what they do is that they kidnap these people off the streets and or maybe not off the streets, but they kidnap these people and turn them into cyborgs. But in the end, these cyborgs end up escaping and end up going to live with this Professor Doctor guy. And with that, they try to stop the evil Black Ghost organization from doing their evil deeds and whatnot. And the thing that's really cool is that each cyborg has different powers, so they have a different role in the group. So it's really cool to see how that plays out. And again, throughout the story, just different things happen, and it's just awesomeness. But the thing I just want to say real fast is that I don't like the ending to the show, which is, for me, the ending to the show is episode 48. And at the very end of the show, at the very end, like close to the end of the episode, so spoiler alert right here, is when 002 and 009 are falling from space because they just blew up the space station or whatever. And I guess they end up dying or something, but I don't know. But then it cuts, when they're falling from space, it cuts to 003 sitting there in the water saying, like, no, just screaming out because, they're going to die or whatever. And then, after that, it cuts to these two random people. I don't know who they are. I'm not sure if they showed up in the show earlier or whatever. I can't remember, but it just cuts to these two random people. One's a little kid and one's like a teenage girl or maybe a little bit older. And they see 002 and 009 falling from the sky. Well, they don't actually see them. They see they see them, but they look like they're shooting a falling star to them. So they're like, let's make a wish, and they both make one. The little kid wishes for like toys or something like that. I can't remember, but the girl wishes for like peace on Earth or something like that. And then guess what? It just ends. It just ends right there, and that just makes me just mad. I know they did like a little continuation type of thing after that episode, but I haven't watched that yet. So whatever. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Well, those are my thoughts on Cyborg 009. I just spilled my guts about the ending right there, but, it just bothered me. But enough is enough about that. Let's go ahead and move on to number 16, which is Tenchi Muyo. Well, to tell you the truth, guys, I just started watching Tenchi Muyo. Right now, I just finished watching the OVA series, and right now I'm just getting started with Tenchi Universe. But somehow it's found its way into my heart, and I just love the show, and I just don't know why. I just do. But let me go ahead and tell you what the story is if you don't know. Well, it's basically about how these alien chicks or alien girls come to live with Tenchi, pretty much. And the trouble they bring along with them. It's kind of cool to see how the story plays out in the show, because different things happen, and you get to, as you watch the show, you get to learn more about Tenchi and his family, and different stuff like that. It's just cool to see how I know I keep saying this, but it's cool to see how the story plays out. And again, I haven't seen too much of Tenchi Muyo. I'm just now getting started, but again, I just like it. I just love it. I don't know why. And there you have it. Well, guys, I know I didn't go into too much detail on Tenchi Muyo. It's just kind of a hard show to explain. Or at least for me, it's kind of hard for me to explain, but it's whatever. But I think it's time for another honorable mention. Honorable mention number 2, which is the Big O. Well, guys, I don't know a thing about the Big O. I'm sorry. I just haven't seen this show, but I thought it'd be a decent show to put on my list and have an honorable mention of. The only thing I really know about is I guess it's about a guy that gets into a giant robot that fights other giant robots. I don't know how it goes, but again, I just thought it'd be a decent show to put on my honorable mentions list. So here you go.
Okay, guys, it's time for the last anime of the day, and I have to say, yeah, I don't know what to say. Except, it's time for number 15, Catherine Sins.
Well, Catherine Sins is just a really interesting show. It's just really interesting. It's an action show, but it has a little bit of drama in there, and also it's about life. So let me go and explain to you what the story is. The story is that it's about this robot, android, cyborg type of guy named Catherine, and for some reason he's just lost all his memory. And for some reason he can't be killed. Like anytime he gets hurt, he just heals. And there's this disease going around called the Ruin. And what the Ruin is that it slowly makes robots rust to death. And there's this rumor going around saying that if other robots were to devour Catherine, they'll be healed of the Ruin and be able to live forever or something along those lines. So that's some big trouble for Catherine right there. And also, they say that he's the one who killed this person named Luna, who's like this preserver of life for the robots or something like that. And when he killed her, the Ruin started. So yeah, but of course Catherine has no memories of this, so he doesn't know what's true and what's not true. So yeah, and so and of course the Ruin doesn't just affect robots because the Ruin affects the world around the humans. So so again it affects it in that way. It affects the humans because it affects the world around them. So yeah, that happens. So, and it's just really cool to see throughout the series how Catherine goes along and interacts with people, see how they are dealing with life because of the Ruin, how robots are dealing with life because of the Ruin. It's just really cool to see how the show plays out, and I just love the show for that. It's just really interesting, and sometimes it really tugs at your heartstrings because of some of the things that happen. And again, it's just really interesting to see how things play out for him. And I just want to say before we go, I'm going to play this song for you. Well, let me go ahead and stop it right here.
Well, guys, this is going to be the end of part 2 of my top 20 anime, and I just want to point out the song that's playing right now. This is the song from Catherine Sins I was talking about, and for some reason it just always makes me want to shed a tear. Every time I hear it, I just don't know why. It just touches the heart, but I never do. It just touches the heart. Well, again, this is going to be the end of the video. This is DDG the Man. Like this video if you like the video, and subscribe to me if you like me, and please leave comments. I read all my comments, and I just want to hear feedback from you guys. So again, this is DDG the Man, and I'll catch y'all next time.